Cayman Islands are a tourism destination. We have so much wildlife and so many cool things to see. Today, we're talking things a little bit different. Meet my buddy Freckle. Today, we're talking Cayman Yee Haw.
So with your feet, you never want to put them all the way in. You have it perfect like that, and then you want your heels down, toes up, just like that, okay? You feel that pressure? If you have it the other way, your foot could go down and get stuck in the stirrup, which we don't want. So that's just a safety thing. All right, so with your reins, we're gonna use neck rein. So you just have one hand and you hold underneath the knot. You can switch your hand at any time. It doesn't matter what hand you hold it with, okay? When you want your horse to go to the right, you just pull over to the right. When you want your horse to go to the left, pull over to the left. When you want her to slow down or stop, you're just gonna pull right back to your belly button, okay? Once she does what you want her to do, you just go back to neutral. So when we're riding, you're just gonna have your hand just like this, okay? Not in the air or anything like that. If you continue to pull back, she's gonna start reversing. Okay, all right, so here, you wanna hold it with one hand? Like I said, you can switch it at any time, and then you can just either rest your hand here or you can hold on to the horn. She's really good, so she's just gonna follow the other horses. You don't gotta do too much, okay? If you want her to go, you're gonna use your heels, and you're gonna kick and click. So you're gonna go like that with both feet, okay?
Both feet?
Yeah, both feet. All right, that's it.
I'm here with Miss Alyssa from Cayman Yee Haw. Miss Alyssa, thank you for joining the Phoenix Zone.
Thank you for having me.
So, before we get into our conversation, could you please tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into horseback riding?
Well, from time I was a kid, my dad always had horses, so I grew up around them. I was always interested in riding. And then when I got older, I got a horse and he was in really bad condition. So I started making videos of me like rehabilitating him. And then people started emailing me and calling me about other horses in the area that needed help. So then I started collecting horses all about, and then I needed to support them. And I loved what I did and what I'm doing, so I decided to go commercial and start a business.
So, how many horses do you have? And how do you take care of them?
So right now I have 8 horses, and it's a lot of work. But when you love what you do, it's, you know, easy to get by. Basically, starting this business has helped me be able to take care of them a lot better with buying their feed. And then I have a truck, so we cut grass as much as we can for them. And we're just there. I spend basically my whole day is at my farm. Yeah.
What is the history and what are some milestones of Cayman Yee Haw?
Well, the history would just be like down here on Barker's Beach. This actually used to be a racetrack right here. Yeah, and they paved the road for people to come out here and race back in the day. In like the 80s and 90s, everyone had horses. Even non-horse people had horses. And so me, that was always something that like I loved and I wanted to be a part of. So Barker's is very dear and special to my heart. You know, it's a part of our heritage and culture. And then horses too. So I just put the two together and went from there.
So, the Cayman Islands is a tourism destination. And Cayman Yee Haw is one of those attractions.
Yeah.
So, what is involved with your tours?
What does it involve?
Yeah, what is involved?
So basically we have different options. You can either just do a beach ride where we ride along the beach and we go past the kite surfing schools, you see the other companies, you get to see the habitats and the mangroves. That's a shorter ride. And then if you want, you have the option that you can do the beach ride, and then we go to a special area where the horses can swim in the water, which we'll be doing today, so you'll get a taste of that. And then, yeah, we basically go in the water, swim with the horses, and it's a bareback experience. And then we ride back. And then I also do parties and events. A lot of places don't accommodate kids. So I wanted to make my company different and do something that kids could enjoy and be safe doing and, you know, just have a unique experience. So we let kids paint the horses, and they get to get ponied on them. We also have a cow and goats and rabbits that we rent out for the parties too. Yeah. All right, so once you get on, you want to be right where Phoenix is, right behind the shoulder here. You want to sit up nice and straight. It's going to help with your balance. You're going to feel like you want to squeeze your legs, but that's going to make you get off balance. So you want to keep them nice and dangly. Feels weird at first. Once you get into the water, you'll just flow with the water. It'll feel more natural, okay? In the water, so you're still going to hold under the knot here. Yeah, always under the knot. So a little bit more under. So down here, yeah. In the water, it's very slow. You don't need to do any pulling in the water with your horse. The only thing you got to do in the water is direct them left and right. But you don't need to pull them back or anything like that.
So you don't need to like tell them to go or stop.
Yeah, so you got to tell them to go because it's slow. But you let them have their head and stuff since they're in the water. You want them to feel comfortable also. At some point, she may stop and stick her head in the water, blow some bubbles. Ooh, she's shaking. Yeah. So she may blow bubbles, drink some salt water, eat some seaweed. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Sometimes they make loud noises in the water. Sounds like a Yamaha engine going off. That's normal. They're just using the full capacity of their lungs in the water. So don't be alarmed or anything. If you feel like you need to hold on to something, you can grab a chunk of mane like this. They don't have any nerves here, so it doesn't hurt them. So you don't need to be worried about hurting the horse. Or you could grab this if you like to hold on to, okay? If you feel like you're getting off balance. All right, that's about it. You ready? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you, Phoenix.
Hope you enjoyed our tour with Cayman Yee Haw and my buddy Freckle. Whether you live here or you're visiting, it's definitely worth the trip. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Phoenix Zone and all things Cayman. And please share, like, and subscribe.